Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this webinar on the farming offer in 2024, delivered by the Farming Advice Service on behalf of Defra. I'm Laura Harpham, the Programme Manager for the Farming Advice Service, and I'll be hosting today. I'm joined by Defra Farming and Countryside Director, Janet Hughes, and the Policy Lead on Sustainable Farming Incentives, Jonathan Marsden. This webinar is in collaboration with Defra and the RPA, as well as the Farming Forum, and we have a team of colleagues available to explain the offer and answer your questions in the Q&A chat, as well as a live Q&A with Janet and Jonathan after a run through of the latest announcements. Absolutely, yeah, thank you, Jonathan. You have the Zoom spotlight, so please do carry on.
I feel very honoured. Well, good morning, everybody. As Janet says, it's an absolute pleasure to see so many of you here. As Janet mentioned, I've got a few slides I'm just going to go through. These are focused on the new actions, the stuff that we've never really done before or is making a comeback from previous schemes, and also some of the actions that are existing at the moment in schemes, but we've made some quite big changes to them just to sort of give a flavour. There we go. So moving a change of tack entirely, managing particular species where we've got particular targets. First of all, let's just talk about native breeds. So rare and native breeds are important for us, and they can help where we're managing particular habitats. We've done a lot of work looking at how that works at the moment. It's only available in higher tier, and there's a very limited number of people get access to those payments. And we're wanting to broaden the native breed supplement, the rare and native breed supplements out. So there will be two bands of payment, if you like, for grassland habitats, and then for lowland heath and moorland habitats, because the stocking rates tend to be very different on those. And then within those payment bands, within those habitat types, there will be banding of the payments based on the proportion of the grazing livestock that are on the rate native and rare breed lists. Those animals that the types of animals that we're looking for here, it's cattle, sheep, ponies and horses, and if they're on the rare and native list, then they will be eligible for those payments if you meet those grazing requirements. Right, looking at the moorland situation, we have done a huge amount of work over the last few years looking at how we can support moorland farmers and the habitats that those moorlands support. We've got a far more nuanced offer than we've had in the past, a lot more flexibility, and the grazing actions that are at the top of the screen there, we're looking to position those in SFI. On the low grazing rates on moorland, we're looking to have 3 bands of payment based on the number of livestock that are up on the moor. And then in addition to that, there will be additional payments if based on the proportion of those livestock that are cattle or ponies. So the more cattle and ponies and the less sheep, there will be supplementary payments for that. In that same space, if the native breeds that we mentioned about earlier, those will also be eligible on the moorland, depending on the breeds of cattle and ponies that you've got and sheep. And then the managed livestock on moorland, this is around a combination of shepherding the livestock while they're on the moor, and also any temporary rest periods where there's no livestock on the moor at all, apart from the ponies. We know it's very difficult to take the ponies off the moor. And you, where it's not triple SI, will be able to pick and choose that combination of actions that best work for you. Just a word on triple SIs and moorland. If it is triple SI, then those grazing actions, you will need to engage with Natural England and agree that grazing regime using those actions and the payment rates, because obviously they need to be able to consent agreements.